All right, what is going on, beautiful human? I have a sales hack for you today. So if for whatever reason you are booking discovery calls, sales calls, strategy calls, whatever you want to call them, and they're not turning into clients, this is going to be one simple tweak that you can put inside of your, your sales process, so that you can sign more clients. And it's a one and done. Excuse me. It is one thing that you're going to do one time. You're going to set this up once, and it's going to help you close more sales forever, okay? So this is super worth it. And just to add a little bit of proof, credibility to this, I don't really want to edit this video. I don't really want to get into editing YouTube videos. If this was a reel, I'd put like a green screen of a screenshot, but just to give you a little bit of proof that this stuff actually works. And you'll see why it works in a minute. But I had a client come to me the other day, and he has a $1,500 offer. And he said, he's like, yeah, I booked this call, but not turning into clients. Like this call didn't close. And I was like, well, do you have this in your sales process? And he said, no. And I was like, cool. I gave him a couple tweaks. I gave him 3 little tweaks to make. This was one of the biggest ones. And he messaged me the following day. He goes, bam, like one chat with you, one thing, I changed it, did the next call, closed the sale, signed a client, right? $1,500. So, and now his sales process is just better forever because he's done this. So this is what we're gonna dive into. You're gonna know that this video is gonna be for you. If you're booking discovery calls, sales calls, whatever you want to call them, but they're not turning into clients, right? Maybe people are giving you price objections. I don't have the money. This is expensive. They say they need to think about it. You can tell that there's some sort of hesitation, right? Maybe they're not sure if it's going to work for them. Maybe they're not sure if it works in general. This is going to help eliminate those things. Okay. So let me just give you a quick rundown of like big picture where this fits in and why this works and why this is super helpful. And then I'll give you like the tactical sort of what you need to do. So I'll give you like big picture, mistake people are making, and then what you should do instead so that you can close more sales, help more people. What's really cool is this is actually gonna help you sign more clients. It's also gonna help them get better results, which is kind of neat. So anyways, let's rock and roll. So the first thing is I'm gonna try to draw an Instagram symbol, but let's say this is gonna be my Instagram symbol. So let's say this is your Instagram marketing, right? And let's say this is going well. You will know that your marketing is going well if you're getting inquiries, right? If you're not getting inquiries, if no one's reaching out to you, then we actually have a different problem, which is your marketing, right? So that's piece one, but let's just say that that's working, right? Which means that people are reaching out to you and they're inquiring, right? They're DMing you. They're DMing you the code word. They're like leads or clients or fat loss or soulmate or whatever your thing is, right? Let's just say you're a fitness person and you help busy moms lose weight, right? And your word's fat loss. Cool, your marketing is working because they're DMing you the code word fat loss and they're inquiring about your services, okay? So if you do this right, if you use your DMs properly, right? You'll be able to qualify the people that are reaching out to you, and you'll know if they're a good person to book a call with, right? So you'll have a process for that. So your marketing is working, boom. Next thing you know, they slide into your DMs, right? And you have a system for figuring out, number one, if you can help them, right? And number two, like if they're a good fit, right? And if that all checks out, the next thing they're gonna go to is they're going to go to this. And this is my, I'm gonna put a date here. This is my version of a calendar, right? So in the DMs, you qualify them, you figure out that you think you can probably help them. Next step is for them to book a call with you so you can talk about how that would look, how you can help them, where they are, where they're trying to go, what they need, all that stuff, right? So the next thing is they go to, let's say, your Calendly, that's what I use, Calendly, and they book a call with you. Okay, great. Here's the mistake that everyone's making, okay? They're having people go on their Calendly and they choose a time. They maybe fill out the application questions, which you should also totally have to make sure that you're getting the right people on the phone with you. You don't want to be booking calls with people who like aren't ideal, right? Well, let's say that happens. They book, and what happens is they just get a Calendly confirmation page. That's what comes up, okay? And so they go right from scheduling to the call with you, right? Now, I would draw a phone. I would draw a telephone. But I don't want to draw a telephone because I'm terrible at drawing them and they look just really bad. So I'm just gonna write call, but they book, and then the next thing you know, they show up on the call with you, right? And you should also have a process for this, meaning you should know how to, rapport, set a frame, ask the right questions, talk about your offer, drop the price, all that stuff, right? These are just little, I don't know, initials, or not even really initials, just one letter, but like rapport, frame, questions, whatever your sales process is, right? You should have a process for that. And then what's going to happen, this is kind of like your pitch, right? And then usually what happens is you get some sort of objection, right? Like, oh, money objection, it's too much, I don't see the value, I need to think about it, I need to talk to my partner, like whatever the thing is, right? And so what's happening is you're going through this entire process, and then you're getting down here and you're getting objections. But here's the thing, if you're getting objections at this point in the call, like the very last little bit of the call, that always means that you've mucked something up in here. You've mucked something up before the call. Could have been your marketing, your messaging, the call itself, in the discovery phase, whatever, right? But here's the hack I'm gonna give you. If you are getting a price objection, what that's really saying is like people don't see the value, right? So there's something that I'm gonna tell you to do here that's gonna prevent this stuff, okay? But just bear with me for a minute. And I somehow screwed up my whiteboard eraser, but anyways. So if you're getting stuff like this, oh, that's too expensive. They're probably saying that because they don't see the value, right? So for example, if I told you, hey, I'll give you $1, or no, you give me $1, I'll give you 10. Would you do it? Would you take that trade? Yeah. Imagine going into the ATM, putting in $1, and every single time the ATM spits out $10, you'd make that trade a lot, right? As many times as you could. And so if people are like, that's expensive, or money type stuff, usually it's because they don't see the value, right? So this thing is gonna help you show the value so you don't get into this, right? Now maybe they need to think about it. Well, why do they need to think about it? Well, maybe they're not sure if it's gonna work for them. Maybe there's doubt, there's uncertainty. They're like, I'm not sure if this program works. I'm not sure if this program is gonna work for me, right? And so this thing is gonna help you prevent those questions where people are like, I need to think about it, or I need to talk to my partner, or whatever it is, okay? So the thing that you wanna do, instead of sending people straight to a call, God, guys, this is like the tiniest tweak. This is like the tiniest, most micro tweak, and it's a one and done thing, and it will help you forever, okay? So it's so small, but it's so good. Like, people will overlook this. But what you wanna do is you wanna make sure that, now if you're using something like Calendly, what's gonna happen is they're gonna choose a time, right? They're going to answer your qualification questions, and here's what you should do. You should have it set up on Calendly. Let me use green for this. You should have it set up on Calendly. Oh, this is such a terrible green. Okay. Maybe I'll use black, whatever. Redirect, okay? Now, maybe you can't read this because this is on the board, but they should book a time, answer the questions, and then you should have it redirect to a link that has testimonials on it, okay? For me, what happens, they choose a time, they answer the questions, and it redirects them to a page, and that page has on it, it has, number one, it has an assessment for them to watch, so they can watch the video. I literally show them the system that I use to get people results, and then I'm like, you self-assess on this system and score yourself at a 90, right? Which, number one, shows them that they have a problem. Number two, shows them, not that they have a problem, but shows them what problems they have that are why they aren't where they want to be, right? It also implies that I have a process, which I do. In other words, I'm not just winging it to help you get these results, right? So it's very clear how I help people get results, credibility, authority. It's very clear which pieces they're missing and why they're not where they want to be, right? We know what the problem is. And then below the video, though, it explains, hey, this is why this piece of the system is important, because it helped this client make 5K a month, 20K a month, whatever. It's like, if you want to see proof of that, just scroll down below the video. So there's an assessment, and then right below the assessment, there's a bunch of testimonials of clients making 5K, 10K, 20K a month, right? And so what that is it's proof. It is hitting on the mental trigger of social proof, right? It's positioning you with credibility and authority, like you know what you're doing. You've helped people through this before. This process works, right? So what you want to do is you want to do something similar. You want to get people to see proof, and I'll almost just like, let me just write this differently. I'll just write SP, which is for social proof, okay? You want to force people to see social proof before they get on this call with you, right? So an example for you, you don't like, if you don't have like, I use lead pages, right? I've got a landing page software, and it's just super simple landing pages, but I got a video with an assessment and then like 6 screenshots of testimonials of like why that stuff is important, right? I've also seen people, let's say you don't have a landing page software, cool, you don't need one, right? I've seen people for this piece have Calendly redirect to a link of a YouTube playlist where they just have like 8 different clients that they've interviewed, right? So go create a YouTube playlist of testimonials that you filmed with clients and put it on YouTube, right? And when they book and they answer the questions, it will redirect them to that YouTube playlist and they will see a bunch of proof that your program works, right? And so then when they get on the call with you, they already have more conviction. They already know that it works. They can already see different examples of people in their life, kind of like them, that it worked for, right? And so when you go through all this stuff, you go through the discovery phase and you present your program and your price and stuff like that, you're not gonna get as many of these hesitations where they're like, well, I gotta do my homework. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm not sure if this is gonna work for me. I don't know if I see the value. Like example for me, like when I drop my price here, people aren't like, I don't see the value, because they've already seen a bunch of proof that I've like helped people make, 4 times what the investment for my program is in 1 month, right? So this is the key. This is the sales hack, okay? If you are not using a redirect to a link after your Calendly, after they book with you, before they get on the call, you're leaving like income and impact on the table, period, okay? So hopefully you can see how putting this in is gonna prevent you from getting as much of this, okay? And also what it's also going to do is you are going to get your clients better results because they've seen this, the more of this they see, the more convicted they get in the process that this actually works, okay? And so your clients are actually gonna get better results. So you're gonna get more clients and your clients are gonna get better results. And that's what you want, okay? So hopefully this is super helpful. What else do I wanna say about this? I mean, as a side tangent, let me just say this. Actually, yeah, let me get to this in a second. But so this stuff right here, if you need help with any of this, I totally invite you to click the link below this video and book a call with me. Here's the fun part about this. You'll see my scheduling process. Like you will see, if you book a call with me, you'll see you'll be able to book in, you'll see the questions I ask, right? You'll see the page that I redirect people to with the assessment and the proof and stuff like that, right? So side note, if you want to see that, like book a call with me, but obviously only book a call with me if you need help with any of this stuff, okay? Because the reality is like you can totally figure all this stuff out yourself. Like you can totally figure out your Instagram marketing yourself, how to properly qualify people in the DMs, how to set this page up, how to run your sales calls, all that stuff. It's just gonna take, you're either gonna pay with time or you're gonna pay with money, right? Like those are the only 2 options. So you totally can figure all this stuff out yourself. It just might take you a while. Or you can just come to me and it's like, I've already got this stuff figured out. I already have a process A to Z for this and it's worked for me and I've already tested it with like 200 clients. And so it's just gonna be way faster, right? So you can totally try this out yourself. Would love if you did that and it helped you, amazing. Or if you just want the fast track, just click the link below this video and book a call with me, right? And then it just fast tracks your time. So totally up to you, whichever option you want to go with, but that's an option. But yeah, what I want to say about this, yeah, I mean, this is super effective. Super, super effective. I literally had a client come to me. He was like, yeah, I'm not closing my call. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you have this? No, we implement it next day. He messages me and he's like, yeah, sign the client. Super small tweak, totally worked. This is a one and done thing that you'll put into your sales process and it will just help you sign more clients forever and you'll get them better results. So anyways, lots of love. Hope this was helpful. Hope that I delivered on my promise of the 1 simple sales hack that you can put into your sales process to help you sign more clients. And yeah, if you want help with any of this stuff, cool. Click the link below, book a call. See See you there. Lots of love. Hope this was helpful.